Hey everyone, we are back and we have more fabric mail today. I can't wait to open this one up. Our fabric today is again from the Fab Clique fabric shop, and I'm really excited about this one. I have really neat plans. Let's open it up. Ooh, I'm so excited. Look at this. Oh, this is beautiful and it's so soft. Oh my goodness, I just want to cuddle up with it. It's so delightful and soft and wonderful. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. This is the sweater knit that she's stocking, and look at how look at how soft it is. Can't really tell, can you? But it's absolutely delightful. Oh, I could just pet this all day. But the nice thing about this is it is light enough for summer. And so what we're going to be doing with this, and I'm really excited about this, I saw it on Pinterest, and I'll put up a picture of what we're going for here. We're going to do our pinspiration today. This will be perfect. It's not too thick, but it's super soft, super comfortable and awesome. And oh, I think I'm just gonna wear this like this. Just wrap myself up in it. Ah, Mary. But I'm very excited. So without further ado, we're going to throw this in the wash. I'll get it all cut out, and I will see you when we are back and ready to sew it up. Bye! We are back, and our fabric is all washed and cut, and we are ready to sew up our awesome hoodie tank. I'm really excited about this one. Well, I'm excited about all of them. So the first thing that we are going to do is, the pattern actually doesn't have this option, but I went ahead and I cut out a kangaroo pocket because I saw one on my inspiration that I got from Pinterest, and I thought that was really cute. And so we're going to attach this to the front of it. First thing, what we're going to do is we're going to serge the edges of where your hands go in the pocket and top stitch those down, and then we'll attach it to the front of the hoodie dress. So then I'm just gonna eyeball it and top stitch about 1/2 inch on my sewing machine over here. Again, twin needle, stretch stitch, all that normal stuff. So you can see I have top stitched my pocket edges. So I'm just going to fold these edges over about 1/2 inch and pin that. You can see it is all pinned on there with our old-fashioned pins. And so I'm going to go through and I'm going to very carefully top stitch this, keeping very careful eye on anything shifting and moving around because this is really soft, flowy fabric, and so it's going to have a tendency to want to just do its own thing. So we're going to just go really slow and make sure that everything stays in place. You can see I put in like 1.5 billion pins because I'm going to make it do what I want. There's our pocket. You can barely see it because the stripes kind of blend in, but if you see right about here, there's a nice little pocket. Something I forgot to talk about is actually what patterns I'm using. Oops, I forgot I didn't include this in my cutting video. So the patterns that I'm using here today is the Green Styles Muscle Tank, which I used for pretty much the entire top portion. But then since I wanted to lengthen this into kind of a tank dress, I pulled out my Lady Me pattern, which is a German pattern that I really, really like. And I kind of used that as a guide for, let me see if I can show you. You can see here how it kind of curves out at the edge there. I used the Lady Me pattern as a guide for how to curve that out to account for my hips and for about how long I wanted it to go. Now I probably will go through and adjust the length later. I cut longer just to err on the side of safe because usually it ends up being about right since I'm so tall. Anyway, pocket, there it is. Now we are going to sew our shoulder seams and our side seams. Alright, our shoulder and side seams are sewn up. Now, one thing I will say is obviously you can tell I am not the best at stripe matching. I never have. It's one of the things that drives me crazy. If you have any helpful tips or tricks about stripe matching, please let me know in the comments because it's something that has driven me crazy about my sewing. I mean, look at that. It's enough to drive anyone crazy. But, oh well, it is what it is. Let me know down below if you have any ideas. Help me, please. What we're going to do now is attach our armbands. We're going to sew this little seam here. We are again doing binding and not bands. There are instructions in the pattern on how to do this. Find your side seam on your dress tank thing. And don't fold your band, just put right sides together like this and do that all the way around. So like I said earlier, you're going to want to put right sides together, do not fold your band, and then you're going to serge this edge all the way around. We have our bands attached and we still have this raw edge over here. So then what we're going to do is we're going to keep our serged edge facing the band. We're going to keep that pointing up and we're going to just fold this over however much you want, and then you're going to go around and pin all the way around so that it all stays in place, and then you're going to top stitch with your twin needle, stretch stitch, cover stitch, whatever you got on hand to keep everything in place. If you decide to fold over quite a bit, at that point you will go through and trim off any extra on your wrong side of your fabric. But today we're going to try making a little bit thicker of a band and see how that goes. I just finished top stitching the bands and I think it looks really nice. I gave it a little bit wider of a band than I usually do and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So this is done, and so I'm going to move on to the hood part of this. That's all serged together now. Now what we're going to do is we are going to attach some grommets to the hood part where the drawstring goes. So you can see I have attached one grommet just like that, and then I will show you how I do this one. I was careful when I cut the hole for this one that I also cut this one in the same spot so that they're nice and even. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the grommet through on the right side, attach our stabilizing fabric, which also has a hole in it, kind of wrap that around the grommet, and then put the ring, the corresponding ring on top with the bumpy side up, and then put all of that on our special grommet attachment for our cam snap press, and press down. There we go. So you can see there's our two little grommets. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to serge this edge here and fold it over and top stitch it very carefully. And I'm going to be very careful when I'm going right here not to sew over the grommet. Our hood is all nice and top stitched now, ready to go. We got our nice grommets, just like that. Wow, it's looking really cute. So now we are going to attach the hood to the neck. So next I'm going to go ahead and go try this on, and I'm pretty sure that it's quite a bit longer than I actually want it in the end, and so I'm going to mark where I actually want the hem now that I have more of an idea, or now that I can actually put it on, and then I will cut that and be back to hem it up. I took off 3 inches from the hem. I still kept my curved hem that I had done earlier. I wonder if I can show that here. You can kind of see how it's shorter on the sides than it is in the front. It's not a very even hang. But we're going to do what we always do, serge the raw edge, and then top stitch it on our machine here. Alright, you can see it's all nicely hemmed and the side seams are done. My stripe matching is horrid. Oh well, we all have stuff we can work on, right? So then the last step that I'm going to do is I'm going to thread a cord through this hood. I think that is our tank hoodie all done, and I will be seeing you guys tomorrow when we try it on in the daytime. Oh, that is adorable. Look at that. Alright, see you tomorrow. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. As you can see, the dress turned out wonderfully. I'm really happy with it. The fabric is super soft. I love the cut of it. I love the fit of it. I'm really excited to wear it this summer. So please let me know in the comments what you think, and be sure, if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications so that you don't miss next week's video. Thank you again for joining us, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!